Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to show you a way I like to use the Digitone and Digitakt together that might not be the most natural way. Of course, these two devices are pretty much designed to work together. They're Electron's peanut butter and jelly. And of course, they're both powerful MIDI sequencers, and they can both process audio and act as mixers. So the natural thing to do is sequence one or the other with MIDI and route the audio through, and you have a great compact performance setup. But from a creative standpoint, I kind of think it's more interesting to use the Digitone as a sound source to sample with the Digitakt. Because even though the Digitone is an incredibly powerful and amazing FM synth, you can create wild stuff on the Digitone and then make it even wilder on the Digitakt. First, let's talk about how to actually sample. And if you're familiar, feel free to use the chapter markers below to skip ahead. We're going to be playing with this arpeggio. And we have our tempo set to 120 on the Digitone and to 120 on the Digitakt. In order to hear what's going on, you want to enter the recording menu and make sure that monitoring is set to yes. I like to use the threshold control to determine when the recording will start. So basically, once you arm it, once that audio level jumps above that threshold, it will start to record your sample. You can also just immediately start recording by holding function and hitting yes, and it will record even if there's nothing playing. And you hit yes to stop, and then hit function and no to discard your sample. But we're going to arm the recording by hitting yes, and then hitting play on the Digitone and recording a cycle of this arpeggio. And just stop when your sequence is over by hitting yes. If you hold function and hit yes, you can preview what you just recorded. And I know that sounds good, so I'm just going to save it. We'll just leave the name the same, and it will immediately ask if you want to assign it to a slot. And we're going to put it on 7. So let's exit the record menu by hitting no and make sure we're on track 7. So if we play back our track, you'll hear there's some crazy stuff going on. And that's because we're in the Werp Machine on the Digitakt. So we have some settings set up to kind of get this sample all glitched out already. Not unlike how you would do on the Octatrack by live recording and then immediately being able to mangle your samples. The addition of the machines to the Digitakt really opened up the sample processing power that this thing has. So I've got some steps set up on the grid. Let's see how this sounds when I play the sequence. Perfect, that's exactly what I wanted. By the way, I really like the sound of digitally clipping transients. I think that sounds so cool and can really play well with rhythmic components of a sequence. Now that's a little out of hand, admittedly. Let's plop it in a different machine. The rhythm isn't exactly lining up here. But what you can do is place down trigs rhythmically, and then you can get these crazy rhythms. Let's bring back in our percussion. Let's parameter lock. We're live recording in values of length. And this is going to sound horrific, but just to show that you can parameter lock things the same exact way that you can in any of the other machines. And of course, if we go back to the one-shot machine, we'll get our trigs playing back our sample as normal. But again, for some reason, I like this pitch down. Sounds kind of nice. So of course I'm kind of just showing you stuff on the fly here, but as you can imagine, the application of this when you're playing with a kind of a more complex sample that has different melodic parts and might even have some rhythm in it. You could record a full 4-track pattern on the Digitone and instantly remix it by sampling it into the Digitakt, which is not only super fun, but it's also super cool. Let me know some of your favorite non-conventional ways to use these two devices together. Something I've been wanting to try is actually sampling the Octatrack into the Digitakt because, you know, the intuitive way would be the other way around because the Octatrack might inherently be the more powerful sampler. But it'd be cool to kind of condense all of that Octatrack goodness and kind of remix it in a more simple way on the Digitakt. Hey, if you like that little Digitone arpeggio, it's actually part of a song that I have on my album Cinnamon coming out via Mystery Circles on May 2nd. I'm super excited. It's my first label release. And if you go check me out on Instagram at slowhaste, it will be the best way to kind of keep up to date on that and hear news. I'm going to probably do a little Q&A on the channel for that and really want to show you some of the methods I used to create that album. And as always, if you're interested in supporting me and the channel, the best way to do so is my Patreon. I will let the Patreon page speak for itself. It's patreon.com/slowhaste. Check out the perks and stuff there. And as always, thanks for stopping by and I hope you have a great day. Peace.